Who will be the better quarterback, Wentz or Dak?
Come on, you've seen the light.
Skip,
It's bright in here, right?
we've done this topic.
Open your eyes, open your heart,
Yes.
open your mind.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz?
Yes.
How? Why? When?
Because I believe going forward, because he was asked to do more earlier, he will have more long-term success. If you look at him when they have Lane Johnson in the lineup, which is his right tackle, they're 9-2. They're 2-8 without him. So when Lane Johnson, he's protected, got Jason Peters, that big dancing bear out there, just moving.
Stud.
Lane Johnson is the right tackle.
Agreed.
His completion percentage goes up.
Well, I agree.
Their points per game goes up.
Yep.
The pressure, his sack goes down. So he doesn't feel like I'm going to get hit in the front of my face because Jason Peters got that backside protected, got that on lock. And so as long as his line is intact and they give him something comparable, now it's not as good as the Cowboys' offensive line, but it's comparable. And now once skill position, they've done a great job of upgrading that. They brought in Torrey Smith, they brought in Alshon Jeffries, they got Brent Selleck, they got Ernst. So they got good skill players around him. Now, I'm not sold on the running game. I mean, I don't know how much more tread LeGarrette Blount, but
I don't know, last couple of games, he's
looked really well.
Strong.
But Skip, he has a better arm. He's more mobile than you think. And a lot of people only assume unless you're black, you can't be athletic, unless you're Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers, everybody universal, well, he's very athletic. Carson Wentz, he ran the ball a lot more at the lower levels than he's doing now. But he can get out of harm's way. He's more mobile than you think. He has a bigger arm than Dak Prescott. And I think the thing is for me, Skip, given what Philly gave up to get him, the pressure that he's under, I know you talk about it, and then his coach said, he's kind of like Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Jim Kelly. That didn't help his situation either.
No.
With that being said, maybe we have a situation, Skip, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen. Maybe we have a Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning. Both have won 2 Super Bowls. Eli was the MVP. When you look back at it, who you say had the better career? Ben has been the 3, 1, 2. He's not been MVP in any of those games. But if you look at Ben's body of work with the Pro Bowls and the seasons that he's had, the touchdowns, I would say, maybe lean towards Ben. But
I think Ben by a landslide. No, seriously. Eli's got 2 things on his resume, 2 wins against Tom Brady in the biggest game.
The greatest.
Yeah.
So, hold on.
That's it. Period. End of story.
Well, why Eli isn't the greatest? If Eli is taking down the greatest in the greatest game, shouldn't he be the greatest?
Eli's team, if we count this year missing the playoffs, has missed the playoffs 7 of the last 9 years. And you're even putting him in the same breath with Ben Roethlisberger? Really?
Calm down.
Well, I'm just saying.
This is about Carson.
Yeah.
So
It's about to be about somebody else.
You can make it whoever you want to. All I know is in George Reed, she said both guys threw for 300-plus yards. Both guys had 3 touchdowns. Zach had 1 rushing, but then she added something to the end. Joe, would you like to read that caveat again? Carson Wentz team won. Dak Prescott team did not. So I don't care how you like to dress it. I know that's your team, the Cowboys. Moving forward, Carson Wentz from little old FCS, North Dakota State.
Yep.
The Bison will represent the NFC East moving forward.
Yeah, but wait, Carson Wentz was playing against what's left of Carson Palmer, and my guy was playing against the greatest thrower of the football ever, says Shannon
Can I ask
Sharp.
you a question? Did Dak Prescott not play against Carson Palmer?
He did.
Oh, so
He won. He won also.
Oh, it was much more left
Yeah,
of Carson.
in fact, he made the 3 plays that won the game at Carson Palmer.
Oh, did you see him make that throw to Aguilar?
Yeah, I saw him close his eyes and throw it like Eli style. It was like Eli to Tyree in the Super Bowl.
And he had one against Washington too. You remember he was like here, like, and then he wheeled through a 50-yard strike. Look at this. DJ.
We got tracks.
Get him.
Look at this. Look at this.
Get him.
Look at this.
Get him.
Look at this. Oh, he's wide open. That kind
Dak in his dream.
That kind of reminds me of a number of plays Dak has made already this year.
Well, how many of them in a winning effort?
2.
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
Hold on. There must be 2-0 going into the bye week. Is that what you're telling me, Skip?
All that matters is how you finish.
Yeah.
And how did Carson Wentz finish last year after a quick 3-0 start? Everybody proclaimed him the greatest young quarterback ever. a combination of Peyton Manning and Brett Favre.
His coach did that.
I think everybody was pretty much on that bandwagon, and I think you were driving, and you're still driving that bandwagon, and it's fueled by Cowboy hate, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, come on.
Why can't I be, what's the word I want to use? Objectionable.
Objective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I object.
You object. You know what I object to? Every time I hear the name Carson Wentz, I wince because it's driving me out of my mind that no matter what Dak Prescott accomplishes on the football field against all odds, nobody will give him the credit for it. I don't know why. It's because nobody saw him coming. He's a fourth-round pick. Everybody overlooked him, so it sort of shamed all the scouts and all the GMs, all the executives that nobody saw this coming. Certainly Jerry Jones did not see this coming, and nobody wants to give in to Dak Prescott, and I don't know why, because he only gets better and better and better. So let me get this straight. Last year, Dak Prescott's team, help me out here, maybe my memory gets foggy, I think it won 11 straight games with that rookie quarterback starting and finished 13-3 and would have been 14-2 except for a giveaway game at the end of the year at Carson Wentz. And then all Dak did was throw for 300-plus yards against Aaron Rodgers in a shootout playoff game at Jerry World that was 31-all and won by the two luckiest field goals in the history of the playoffs. So I can't fault Dak Prescott for that playoff loss. And then this year so far, I give you 2-3 versus, 4-1. But let's look at QBR. Last year, your man Carson Wentz finished in QBR, 0 to 100 is the stat. He finished 24th in the NFL with a 49, which is one tick below average. My guy led QBR the whole year until the last giveaway, mail-it-in game and fell just slightly percentage points down to third behind Matt Ryan and Tom Brady. So he finished third in QBR last year with a 79. This year, he's at an 80 through 5 games and just played the greatest game of his career, in which, against the greatest thrower of the football ever, he had a QBR that led all of quarterbacks on Sunday with a 97. So now Dak is second in the NFL at 82. By the way, Deshaun Watson leads the NFL, and he didn't start his first game, but still enough body of work. He's up at 85. And then we go to Alex Smith, and then we go to Tom Brady, and then we go to Carson Wentz. So Dak is already 10 points in QBR better than Carson Wentz, even though Carson Wentz has his team at, what are they, 4-1?
You know what they are.
I forget what they are because I don't care because it won't last. But the point is, 80 QBR right now for Dak to 70 for Carson Wentz. What did I hear from Shannon Sharp all last year? You're overrating Dak Prescott because he's got the best running back in football. Second best. Well, whatever. Ezekiel Elliott led the league in rushing. Did he not last year? So you can't take that away from him.
No, all pro.
Is he leading the league in rushing right now through 5 games this year?
No.
So is Dak getting as much help from Zeke as he got last year?
No.
Is it now the Zeke show? No, wait a second. It's just the Dak show. You're getting exactly what you said defensive coordinators were trying to do all of last year. Take Zeke away. Okay. Put the game in Dak's hands.
Okay.
And the game has constantly been in Dak's hands.
Okay, how about this here? Last year at this point, through 5 games, what was the Cowboys' record last year through 5 games?
I don't remember.
Skip
Ancient history.
Okay, what are the Cowboys' record through 5 games this year? Now, last year, Zeke was leading the league in rushing. He was the bell cow. This year, he's not leading the league in rushing. He's not the bell cow. What's the difference between 5 games last year and the 5 games this year?
So, you talk about offensive lines. The difference is my offensive line has been nothing but short of offensive because I'm sickened by it. I don't see it. It's a mediocre offensive line so far. It is mediocre so far this year. And guess who has, to my eye, the best, certainly pass-protecting offensive line in football now belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles because of Jason Peters and Lane Johnson, those 2 bookend tackles. Yeah. They're really good at what they do, and they are protecting Carson Wentz in ways they didn't early on last year, or heck, for the whole year last year.
You remember Lane Johnson had stopped by GNC.
He did. He was out.
I got it. He went in it.
Okay, so right now, especially the last couple of games, LeGarrette Blount's having about as much impact as a running back as Ezekiel Elliott does. There are long stretches through 3/4 of the game against Green Bay. Zeke had 31 yards. Now, he broke loose in the fourth quarter, in part because Green Bay started dropping people out of the box, trying to protect leads.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.